this summer. And I wonder if there's a young player or an under-the-radar player on this squad that you're looking forward to watching.
For me, I like Diego Luna. I like the fight and the grit that he has. Breaking his nose, coming back on the pitch, or being forced to go off, but he wanted to get back and play, creating goals, getting assists. What he's doing in MLS, he's grinding. If you look at his stats, it shows every year he's getting better and better. He can score with both feet. He can create. Like to see him chip in with some more assists this season. But I just like the fact that he's fighting. He tries shit. He's going to get stuck in. He's going to chase lost causes. And that's what you need, man. You need a mix in your team of that. And I think when you have a whole team doing that, look at PSG, how they fight for each other and how they went on to do something special in terms of the treble and finally winning the Champions League, because everybody believed, everybody bought in, and they were able to come together as a team. And that's what you need.
I love Diego Luna. 21 years old, just scrapper, a maverick. You're right, when he broke his nose, kept playing. I think he came back on and Poch talked about afterwards how much he loved his, quote, big balls. When you watch Diego Luna, does anything about the way he plays the game with this kind of like gunslinging, cocksure attitude, does anything about him remind you of it like a young Clint?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that he's hungry, man. His ribs are touching. That's what me and Eddie Johnson used to say. How hungry are you? Are your ribs touching? Like, can you let this person is hungry? He wants to accomplish something. He wants to make this team. He wants to take care of his family. He wants to give himself a better life. He wants to be a kid for longer by doing what he loves, playing professionally as long as he can. I mean, that was my mentality, and I can see that in him, So it's kind of like, here's your chance, man. I remember that's how old I was. When I first got into the national team, I was 21. And I remember getting called into camps and not making the roster, being pissed about it, and going to prove people wrong. I mean, my mentality in my career, wherever I went, was I'm going to make these motherfuckers play me. Like, I'm going to make them play me. That was my mentality. You had to. You had too many people that count on you. So I see that in him. I see that fight. I see that hunger. I hope that he can get to the levels that he wants to get to. You know what I mean? He's still raw, but if you don't have that fight, you don't have that grit, then you got nothing.
So based on your experience, they're like replacement players or understudies, but you came to that January camp 2006 and just forced your way into demanding to be recognised. What would you say to these players turning up together en masse a year out from the World Cup about what their mentality should be and what the possibility could be? What would you advise them?
Shoot, play every game like it's your last. Every time you go into camp, show that you should be in that starting 11. For me, I like coaches that made you feel like how you train, it was going to pick the lineup, right? So everybody was always like, well, we got to bring it if you want to get into that starting 11. So try. I know that you can be nervous about like, man, if this doesn't go my way, if this and that, but all you can control is how hard you work. And that's every day in training. And when you get in the games, doing the same thing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to take shots. Don't get on the bench or be after the game sitting in the locker room saying, damn, I wish I'd have done more. I'd rather go out there and fail and have tried stuff, and where I say, if I'm an attacking player, I'm going to empty the clip. Like, I'm going to get my shots off. I'm going to try my best to score a goal because I want to win. I hate losing. Or try to find someone and give them an opportunity to score a goal. So I think everybody has to have their own mentality, but you got to go out there, like you said, what bigger opportunity, what bigger platform, what bigger audition to play in a World Cup than to go out there and show up and show out for this Gold Cup.